Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to draw this, and I'm just going to show you how to caricature with drawing what you see in mind. Like, in other words, we're going to focus on literally just drawing what you see. And let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I see in this picture of my brother is his head shape. So just really quickly, I'm just going to sketch in just a quick version of what I see for his head shape. I see basically this shape right here. Fix the shape a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I see a smaller head and then a bigger underhead. Like, I see that. And then I see his eyes close together. And then I wanna exaggerate his nose a little bit bigger. And then I see his eyebrows just nice and cutely kind of resting on top of his eyes right there. And then the mouth, the shape of the mouth is actually really important. So I spent time putting his mouth close to his nose right here. So obviously I'm gonna show you me actually drawing this, but that's the basic shape that I see in this picture right here. So, and let's go to the next picture that I have of him. Okay, so what I see here is I see his head resting on his body like this. So I see a smaller head again, okay, and then I see this shape right here coming under. So I see his neck and his chin coming under right here, and then I see the body going like this. If I put a line through the half of his face, that's about where I'd see everything. Again, eyes close together, nose is kind of up, so you see the nostrils right here. So you see this plane right here, nostrils, and then I just connect, and then I see his mouth kind of like this. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna show you how I drew this on my time lapse, but that's what I see in this picture. Okay, and then in the next one, I put these two together, and I drew. So I see a funny smile in this one. So I see kind of like a snarky kind of smile. So again, I'm gonna do now in this picture, his head does not look small on top, and his face does not look as heavy on the bottom. But I'm gonna still use that rule since I've looked at other pictures, and I know that's how I get his likeness. Well, at least that's how I'd want to draw his likeness. Okay, and then his eyes don't look so close together in this picture, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I'm gonna just get a triangle for his nose real quick. Okay, and then I see this snarky smile right here. Okay, so I have a better example of that. And then his eyebrows come up right here. Okay. All right, so now we're getting into the coloring phase of this time lapse, and I just want to point out that I also am using the principle of drawing what I see with the colors. So I see, like, obviously he has a peachy light skin tone, but he also has a lot of reds in his face, right? And I know that because I do too in my face, but so that's what I'm also caricaturing, is I see that, and so I'm just drawing what I see. I'm trusting my eyes, and I'm going with that drawing, right? I'm going with that instinct. Okay, so also I want to point something out as I'm coloring. It's not good to go use the color picker on the actual photo and then try to color a caricature with that. Don't do that. Go to your color wheel and just take your best guess on what you think the color looks like, and then start painting with that. That's a very good way to do it. Do not use the airbrush either. In my opinion, using the airbrush when you're doing caricatures on skin and stuff is a little bit of cheating, because it doesn't really, the effect doesn't look quite as good. It looks a little bit more cheap, but do your thing if that's how you feel that you need to do it. But this was done in the 6B pencil on Procreate, I believe it was. So anyway, it was just one of the sketching pencils, and I just obviously picked the colors myself. So try to do that when you're painting digital. Try to find the color yourself. Now, just a quick little story about my brother, or at least some background so that you can understand how I arrived to the finished product here. My brother is the type of person who is very smart, and he knows he's pretty smart. He loves where he went to school. He loves you knowing where he went to school. He definitely wanted the PhD in front of his name. but he deserves it. He worked very hard for it, and he's a very successful therapist. You know, I can imagine that I can imagine that he is very successful. Obviously, I believe he is. But he asked me to make it funny. He asked me to put something together that would be, I don't know, that would make the room and his atmosphere a little bit lighter. Now, this was hard for me to do because my brother already, you know, I don't know him in a therapist way, so I wouldn't be worried about, you know, that type of setting. I wouldn't be intimidated or anything like that because I know that he does have a sense of humor and I know that he does have a lighter side. But it must be a little bit more difficult for people who you know, who are coming from trauma or who are coming from a different place. So I had a difficult time trying to figure out how to finish this drawing for him. What I ended up doing was I just took a look at the three faces, and after I had colored, you know, the two heads right here, and I just thought to myself, this actually already emulates my brother's personality. At least I think it would be funny to at least to exaggerate or poke fun of this part of his personality since I know him so well. So what I ended up doing was I ended up putting his head in the clouds, and then I ended up making it so that he was thinking of himself. So to me, that was funny, and I hope he got a big kick out of it. The point of this piece, the point of this caricature that I did for my brother was simply to create magic for him and hopefully magic for his clients. I hope that this lightened the mood a little bit for them. Who knows, maybe this is collecting dust somewhere in his garage. Maybe it's in a frame up in his office. I would love to know. Maybe my brother will watch this and he will give me a hilarious little comment and let me know where that picture is that he commissioned me to draw. But I really appreciate you guys hanging through to the end here and watching my video, and I will see you next time.